Hello. Hi. Welcome in what is honestly, it is gonna be kind of a trial stream. This is my first time doing art on the channel that's actually live. I usually just post speed paints, so this is completely new to me and we'll just see how it will go. The amount of technical issues I had just before stream, insane. As you can see, the screen, it's a little bit dark. Like it should be white, but it just keeps being this gray and I don't know how to solve it, at least not quickly. So I will have to look into that. I just really hope it doesn't mess too much with the colors and your enjoyment of the stream. So we will see how it goes. We will see how it goes. So as I put in the description, this is gonna be an Orilium request stream. So like I have been so out of inspiration for things to draw, as you can probably see. I really don't have much to draw. So I was like, you know, what do I like? And I came to the conclusion that there is a great source of amazing characters to draw, and that is the Orilium Discord. So I won't go too much into what Orilium is. It is a readathon, so a reading marathon where you basically create your own character and your character has to study certain things, and everything that you study and every skill and item that you get has to be through reading certain books based on certain prompts. So I too have a character. If you look at my shorts, you will see a speed paint of that character as well. But today we are doing some requests, so I asked on the Discord if I was allowed to draw some people's characters, and all that I'm gonna draw today is from people who have submitted their characters. So they have allowed me to do this. I did not ask people if they are okay with their Discord names being shared, so I will not be doing that, but we will take a look at the characters. So I will try to put one in for you guys because I gathered all of the references and I have one that I really want to start with because I really love the design. So I will try to paste the reference. Let's see if it works. It does not seem to want to work. Let's try again. No, that cannot be possible. Let me download the image. Let's try to do this another way. Because I have all of my references in Milanote because it's so useful for creating mood boards. So I have all the data in Milanote, but I will see if I can get the image in here another way. Because it would be nice for you guys to also see who I'm trying to draw. So it doesn't look like I'm just making it up. That should do it. Yes, great. Let me give her a nice spot where usually my model would be, but there's not gonna be a model today because my model would just continuously be looking down at a tablet, and that's not very pleasant to look at. So we're not gonna do that. So I'm gonna give you guys the reference image, and let me also read a little bit more about the character to you. So the name is, it's probably, I'm gonna butcher this, but it's gonna be fine. This character's name is Era and Sharon. She's an elf from one of the cities of Carador, which is one of the reasons I really like this character because my character is from Carador as well. And she is double majoring in the callings for Spell Sword and Moon Warden, which is such an awesome combination. Like if you read into this, you will understand it, that this character is really cool. My character is a Spell Sword as well, but I just keep to one calling because that's already enough work for me. So she is double majoring in Spell Sword and Moon Warden as she believes the martial skills will be useful in her duty and missions. She's probably right. She's highly dedicated, having been raised by a family that emphasized the importance of loyalty and responsibility. She is on the quieter side and is highly observant. So what I am gathering from this, like Spellsword and Moonwarden, very serious business, very adventurous, good in fights, serious, stoic, and she's quiet and observant, and she has this like the most adorable little pouts in the reference. So what I'm thinking is what we can go for is a character that looks like almost like very concentrated on something, like very much like focused on the eyes, like almost staring eyes, and I want to keep that pout in here, so let's give it a try. I also haven't thought about how much I want to render these. If you know about the way that I draw, I am usually really quite chaotic when it comes to my process. So I usually sketch a little bit, and then once I'm bored of sketching, then I will immediately just go into coloring, putting everything in one layer, and then just rendering. But first, let's get an idea for this character and what we want to do with it. I really like, oh my gosh, I really like the style of this character. This is not, the reference is not original art by the creator of the character. It is from a dress-up game, and a dress-up game, like a character creation game. It's one of those where you can just modify everything about a character, and I think that is so amazing. I love seeing people use those instead of AI. I think this way, even if you are not that creative yourself, if you think that you may not be able to draw your own character, or you want it to look a little bit more professional, you can still be able to get like a nice looking character without having to resort to AI. There's nothing that I dislike more than seeing people make beautiful journals for Orilium, and then the character just looks really fake. I don't say it's a bad thing to use it, like feel free to do that if you want to, but I just feel like human-made art, it just looks a little bit nicer. And this way I am able to give some drawings as gifts to these wonderful readers. Like this person who is participating in Orilium, they're gonna be so busy. Like double majoring is something else. Like that is stressful, and for some people that may be really easy. But just to give you an idea, I am only a spell sword, and being just a spell sword, I have to read 4 books during the Spring Equinox, which is happening in April. And I already think 4 books may be a bit of a challenge. It really just depends on how busy you are and how much time you can make for reading. And double majoring though, double majoring, that takes a lot of effort. Because that means that I don't know how many books you need to read for Moonwarden, but it can't be any less than like 3 or 4. It's probably gonna be more. And doing that while also having to read 4 prompts for Spellsword, it's something else. It is something else. Oh my gosh, I love the sparkles on her cheeks. I can't wait to get to that part. I think that will be so nice. This character, I just love. The moment that I saw this character, I was like, I hope I can get to draw her. I'm so happy that so many amazing people in Orilium exist that immediately sent me messages of like, I wouldn't mind a drawing of my character. Like, yes, finally we've got some inspiration. It's the most difficult thing, I think, if you're not really a fandom artist or you don't really have a lot of like original characters, of which like I only have a handful of them, and only a couple that have a little bit of a fleshed out story. If you don't have a lot of those, it's kind of difficult to find motivation. Oh, let's see, those pupils, are they... Let me compare it to another reference that uses the same generator. No, the pupils seem to be a little bit more oval than round. So let's keep it that way. Maybe a little bit higher. Like that. Yes. I really love how pouty this character is. And I don't want to just replicate the pouts. I don't think that's very unique. Like, I don't want to just copy this reference. I want to add something to it, like a different piece of art that this reader can use. But I just really love the original so much. Like, if I didn't draw my own character, I would probably be using the same generator. It's just so good. But yeah, for the Spring Equinox, it's supposed to be the easy part. Because in autumn there is a second readathon, also lasts a month. And for that one, you need to read a lot more books. Because it's basically the equinox that decides if your character will pass the school year. So I am a little bit worried about it. I'm also really looking forward to it. I really feel like I need to make more time for reading. And streaming has definitely decreased my reading time. But at the same time, I can't blame it because I can just be making time for reading as well. It's not the fault of the games. It is up to me. And yeah, there were so many books that I wanted to read. The thing that I like the most about Orilium is that it really forces you to kind of think outside of the box, like books that you would usually never pick up, or that you have been interested in for a while but have never really found the motivation or a reason to read them. I think readathons are great for that, and Orilium especially, because not only is it like twice a year there's a month of a readathon, but also throughout the entire year there are challenges as well. I really should not be working too much in the year because I'm gonna cover it up anyway. Yeah, let's not pay too much attention to that, huh? I always want to add too many details and then I just remind myself, no. We do not need to be doing that right now. As I said, my process is pretty messy. I also haven't been drawing for a while. Maybe a month or two ago is the last time I actually made a drawing. I definitely did not make any big drawings for a while. So I was really worried for today, like am I rusty? Do I still know how this works? And we may figure out together that maybe no, I don't know anything anymore. I think so far it's still fine. But yeah, when we get to rendering, like today I was thinking, wait, what did I do about the hair again? How did I do that in the past? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna do the most dangerous thing in the world. Let's flip it. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, that's what I thought. The eye is a little bit skewed. Let me rotate that if we can, if we may. There we go. Oh my gosh, that was awful. Let's see. Let's try this. That's not half bad. Kinda want it to look a little bit more serious. Like that. Also, the pupil is kind of in the wrong place. for what I'm going for. Yeah. I should not be putting too much detail in the rendering right now because most of it is gonna be covered up anyway. Most of it, when we get to the painting stage, we're gonna redo it anyway. I'm gonna try to copy and paste the eye and see what happens when we flip this one. This always looks really goofy at first, but we're gonna try to make it work. We definitely have some things to redo. I have to get used to the... Oh my gosh, it is so skewed. Definitely have to fix the pupil for this one. Don't look at this, don't look at this. We're gonna fix it, we're gonna fix it. There is nothing worse than having to draw the second eye. Oh my gosh, anything that is symmetrical for which you are not using a symmetry tool, it's a pain. It is a pain. But we will get through it. I love and hate eyes the most. Like, I love putting details in them. I love working on them, but sometimes when people dare to give their characters two of them, bro, it is the worst. So you can struggle with that for a long, long time. I kinda like where that is going. She looks like she is slightly leaning towards one side, but we're gonna keep that. Let me merge this one down so we can remove this ear. So are the ears... Well, they are kind of pointing upwards, like some characters have them more to the sides than pointing up. I think it's also really cute, but this one has them pointing upwards, so that's a detail I need to keep in mind, because usually I try to draw them more straight out. Let's try to stick to the reference. Also, should I make her pout a little more? Would that be cuter? I don't want her to look annoyed. That's also not the point. Oh no, that's way too much. Let's see if we can do that. Just a little bit more. Oh, that's almost a smirk. I like it. I think that's cute. Yes, this can be a little smaller. I used to never put details in the mouth area. It would always just be a line. But ever since I started drawing more in this style, that has not been working out for me. So unfortunately, I have to put some details right there. I think a lot of us, like, I would say still beginner artists, we don't really pay much attention to the mouth area, especially if we start with like anime inspired styles. Like drawing the mouth opened, and especially from different perspectives, different tilts of the head, it's quite difficult. It gets, you know, complicated, and it makes me realize that that's why dentists earn a lot of money. It's very difficult. So yeah, I would not be able to do that. My style is still very, very simple, I would say. I don't really challenge myself a lot with art, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because for me it's just a hobby, you know? I just do this for fun. I'm like Bob Ross if he wasn't televised. I just do this for fun. Let's see, I think this shoulder would be fun to put up a little bit. Then at the neck, stretch out on this side. We're gonna have to check the anatomy 10 times because I usually don't draw too much of bodies, you know? Like, I don't really draw full body a lot. I like putting effort in the face and that's about it. Like I said, like I'm not a very like versatile artist. I don't have a lot of practice. I don't have a lot of studying. I just draw what I like and hopefully sometimes like what I draw. And I honestly never thought about making it my job or earning money from it, because that just kind of stresses me out. You know, the moment that you turn your hobby into work, usually does not make you enjoy it anymore than if you just kept it as a hobby. So for me, it would really stress me out because it would be like, oh my gosh, people paid me to draw this and they paid me to draw something that I am not, you know, very good at. I would be stressed. Really stressed. It's looking like something. Like right now, it's really messy. But once we get to the painting stage, that's when things will hopefully really take form. Like, I used to always be a line art artist. I could not even like conceive people painting. Like, to me, it was like magic. Like, how do you do that? How can you work on one layer? How can you know, render a piece without having lines everywhere? I could not even think about it or dream of it. And then one day, I feel like I was just really lazy. I was like, you know what? I don't want to do line art anymore. And then I started painting. Oh my gosh. Hey, Ace Trainer. Welcome in. Thank you so much. The character we are drawing is the one in the bottom right. That's the reference image. So I'm trying to do her justice. So right now, just the sketching stage still. So for me, what I like to do is be very lazy about it. It's honestly a lazy technique. I like to make a sketch, kind of a clean sketch, but not too detailed. And as the moment that I get bored of it, I just put in the base colors and then I start painting and rendering and hope it works out. So we're just starting out, trying to get an idea of this character. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you like it. So this character, she is really cool. Like, I gave a brief description of her, like what she's supposed to be like. She is like, this is. It only really makes sense if you like read up on Orilium, but she is a spell sword and a moon warden, and that combination just sounds so nice to me. Like, she means business. She is a fighter. She protects the moon. She's everything. And especially the reason why I'm drawing her first, like I gathered a couple of requests for this. The reason I'm drawing her first is because her design just really spoke to me. I love the blushing cheeks, but the little annoyed expression too. And the sparkles on the cheeks. I can't wait until we get to rendering that part. You used to draw, but it's been years since you have? Oh my gosh, that's really relatable. I think I stopped drawing for a few years at one point too. Like, I was just so done with it. And then, you know, the longer I waited with it, the longer I stopped doing it, I was like, you know what? Art used to be like my entire thing. Like, I used to be the person who drew. Like, I can't give it up. I can't stop. So I went back into it and I love it all over again. So why did you stop drawing? Like, For me, I think it was because like social media pressures and seeing everyone be so amazing at it. And I just kind of felt like stuck doing it, and I felt like the joy of it like was being removed from the process, because I was like, oh my gosh, I need to post something on Instagram today or soon, and so I have to rush a drawing, and they weren't made with love anymore, but just with pressure. And that didn't work for me, so I was a little bit tired of it. I'm curious, why did you stop? Oh my gosh, that's why I said I should not pay too much attention to the ears. I'm gonna cover them up anyway. Like, this hair should be in front. It's not too spiky, it's actually pretty well kept. Let's do it like this. Oh my gosh, how long should I make the ears? I feel like this is too long already. In the reference, I just poke out a little bit. And they are pretty triangular. Oh, you weren't a big fan of your art? Oh my gosh, this... Are you me? Yeah. Oh my gosh, I feel you. Never having your own art style was like my biggest worry in the past too. Like, I always, with everything that I posted, I remember I would be like, I'm working on my art style. It's not consistent. I'm sorry for my inconsistent art style. I'm still improving. Like, that was the entirety of what I would put in the description. Like, it was so insecure, and I felt like putting it out there made it worse. Because I was continuously thinking about like what other people would think and how I wasn't as good as many of them. Yeah, it's not fun. It's not fun. So for you, maybe it's the same. It just takes a while to get back to it and find the love for drawing again. And it's totally okay to take breaks from these things. Like, the moment it turns toxic, like, that's the best thing that you can do for yourself. Also, excuse my cat. We're gonna hear a lot of meowing throughout drawing this. I don't know what it is. The moment I sit down and don't pay attention to them, they want all the attention in the world. I just fed them too. I thought I would keep them distracted, but oh my gosh, her eyebrows are pretty thick. Also, I'm sorry if you can hear like microphone bobs. It's because when I'm drawing, I'm like moving on my desk, and the microphone starts moving too. And with drawing, it's a lot more than usual. I'm sorry. I hope it's not too noticeable. Oh, you're getting a phone with a stylus? Oh, that's so nice. Yeah, at least you will be able to draw on the go too. That should be fun. You've only done 2 digital drawings? I feel like, yeah, when you are used to pen and paper, it is so strange to draw digitally. It feels so weird, right? But the moment that you get it, you get it. And then when you go back to paper, you're like, where's my Control C? Where do I press to zoom in? But I have a phone with a stylus too, but I've never used it, so I wonder if it's actually like a thing that I could do during commute. I can just draw things. And I shall no longer excuse the furball. It will be nice background noise for us, huh? Gosh, I love this hairstyle. This reference, it makes me think of like a Naruto character. Like, she is a ninja. And honestly, she could be as a spell sword. So to give you a little bit of information, like, I am not an expert on Orilium, but I know a little bit about spell swords because my character is one too. It is basically like it could be like a mercenary, like the fighter of this world. And it's the only calling there is that has like a ton of action. And that's the reason why I chose it. I was like, if I was a character in this world, if I made a character in this world, I would probably want to be exploring this beautiful fantasy world that they created. So I would love to go out there. So of course I'm gonna make my character the one that really goes and explores the world, no matter how dangerous it may be. So this girl is a badass. It's so overwhelming, all the extra features. I'm gonna be honest, when I used to draw on a computer, you know, you have a lot more software that you can use. And they stress me out. Like, so many people use Clip Studio Paint. I could never. Photoshop for drawing, I could never. Like, the only one that I used to use was like Fire Alpaca and Paint Tool Sai. And those are like the most minimalist of drawing programs. That's also why I like Procreate that I'm using right now, because it's really, really simple to use. And for phone, they also create a lot of good art programs. I tried one out that really worked nicely with the stylus as well. Well, thank you so much for subscribing. I hope to do a lot more art content too. Up to this point, I really focused on gaming, and that's always gonna be like the main thing. But I am really liking this too. Oh my gosh, like I don't have to worry about a VTuber model. I don't have to worry about how good I'm playing a game. I can just sit here and ramble and talk with you guys, while also hopefully making somebody happy with a drawing of their character. I think we're at this point like almost done with the sketching. I'm gonna do the scary thing again. We are gonna turn this character around. We're gonna flip it and see how it looks. Honestly, not too bad. The only thing I think is a little bit off is the shoulders, maybe. Also, if you see anything that looks a little bit off because you're looking at it like from a different perspective than I am, oh please let me know. Because there's nothing worse than finishing a piece or thinking you've finished something and you find a mistake. Or something that just does not look right. Like, that's something that happened with me with traditional art a lot too. When I was just sketching something and I thought it looked so cool, and then I looked at it just holding it in front of me or something, and it's all like askew because of the perspective that I was working in. Oh, have a good day, have a good day. I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you so much for being here. And I hope that one day you can get to enjoy drawing as well. Maybe we can draw something together. Maybe that will help with all the art block. So have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh my gosh, now we're gonna do the scary part. Well, this is still gonna be fun. I'm first just gonna try to block out the colors. And this may look a little bit off on stream because as I said in the beginning, like the iPad screen in OBS does not show up as bright as it should. Like, there is a gray cast to it. It looks dark. So I'll try to look at it and like correct it a little bit if necessary. We'll see how it goes. When I tried to correct the brightness in OBS itself, it just died on me. It like 2 minutes before stream, it was like, nah, we're not gonna do that. I always love when that happens. It's always 2 minutes before stream too, when something just happens and I'm like, wait, don't do it, don't do it. I need you to work. But yeah, I'm gonna check every once in a while to see if the colors look really strange on the screen. If it does, I I hope it's not too distorted, but we'll see what we can do. If we can find something that fixes it. If some angel is gonna be in chat who knows what's going on. That would be great. Oh my gosh, I love this character so much. This is so much fun to draw. I also maybe just have a weakness for characters that have like bangs in the middle. Totally not the same as my VTuber model. Totally not the same as Nana's model. Any character who has that, the bangs only in the middle, immediate 10 out of 10. Love them. So I'm first just gonna color block this. From what I'm seeing, the colors do look a little bit off on your side, so I'm sorry. Like on my screen, it is more similar to the reference. I mean, I see that on stream it looks more like Link. Looks like I'm drawing a female Link, but that's not what we're doing here. Oh my gosh, I hope we can find a solution for that. That's really annoying. And I also, it's my own fault because I did not look up what the iPad screen was gonna look like in OBS beforehand. I did that like 15 minutes before I planned this. So it's my mistake. It is an oopsie. But that's why I said it's just a trial. We're just here to see if this works, how it works, if we like it. And that's the real goal for today. I should move this one all the way down. So the way that I do this, because I work on one layer. So I sketch on one layer and then I color block like what I'm doing right now, which is extremely rough color blocking. Like there's everything is outside of where it should be. Like it's messy, right? But that is exactly right. Because only when I get to my one layer moment where I put everything together, that's when I try to make it look neat and to put detail into it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I am still trying to figure this whole painting thing out, to be honest with you. Because, like I said, I used to always be for 100% for the line art. Like, I always said, probably mostly to myself, that, you know, I can't do it without line art. I cannot draw without it. And everyone who paints is a genius, and I could never replicate that. And then I just, you know, life happens, you get lazy, you're like, why am I putting so much effort into these lines when they, you know, in my case, tended to take away from the drawing? Like, I always thought my sketches looked much nicer than the finished pieces, and that was frustrating. And then I realized it's because the way that I do line art and the way that I struggle with it, it just made the piece feel absolutely lifeless. I do see now that the colors are the color of the shirt is not right. Oh my gosh, let me see. Yeah, this is what the default colors look like, and it's extremely washed out, so this is the best I can do right now. It looks really off. Let me see. I do not have any weird settings on. Let's see what happens when I do this. Oh, it looks awful on my end now. Oh my gosh, it's extremely washed out. Well, that's terrible. That's terrible. Well, now you see the struggle I'm going through. So yeah, the colors are gonna be bad. It's gonna look off on your end, and I'm gonna have to figure something out. Did that make it worse? Did that make it worse? That did not make it worse, it just stays the same. In that case, I will use True Tone because otherwise I can't be looking at this. I can't do it. Let's see, did I miss any colors? Let me grab the reference. I still need to color in the eyes. I also... characters that have 2 different colored eyes. Chef's Kiss, I love them. I think they're so much fun. And the only reason why my model doesn't have 2 colored eyes is because I cannot choose. There are so many good colors. And I was like, in this day and age, you know what's more unique for a VTuber? It's having the same colored eyes. So that's why I did what I did. Oh my gosh, the colors. They look so off. They look so off on stream. I'm letting you know. The eyes are not neon the way that I am drawing them. They are not. They look neon. On my end, they are softly colored, right? Like they're almost pastel. Just believe in me, okay? Like when I post the final piece, you're gonna see the real colors. Oh my gosh, it's so bad. It's so bad. So the next step is going to be some rough shading, still using all of these layers that you see right here. So I'm not just gonna put them all together just yet. I'm gonna put this one on alpha lock, and I'm gonna do the thing I love the most in the whole world, and that's adding the blush. The blush on this character goes crazy and I love it. I definitely have blush blindness. I love blush so much, not only in my drawings but in real life too. Like I cannot live without it. It's so much fun. Is it more of a pink or red? It looks more reddish. Very soft color at first, and let's see how it looks. It's probably gonna look neon on your end too. Oh my gosh, it does. That's the worst. Oh my gosh. But I don't want to tone down the colors just because it doesn't look good on stream, you know. I do not want to do that. So this brush, it's practically an airbrush. Oh my gosh, it looks awful. No. It looks so weird. Like this is more similar to what I'm seeing. But the background for me is not gray, you know? Why is it so dark? I don't want to change too much about the colors right now. Hey Nani! Hey. Girl, I am struggling with the colors. Like the problem is, right? The problem is that for me the colors look good, but when I look at what it produces in OBS, like the screen is just so dark. Like the colors just don't look right at all, so I'm so sorry for that. I'm so sorry. For this stream, we're gonna have to deal with it, and then I will go and do my research on what is happening. As I said, it's my fault for not researching this. I thought, you know, if I just connected my tablet to my capture card, it was gonna work fine. Alas, I was wrong. Because don't we love technology? Is the color profile different? It could be, but I don't know how to solve that. I have no idea. It would be nice to figure that one out. It's probably something in the iPad itself. Like for my Switch too, I need to change the settings, like not using HDR and stuff like that. That's probably the issue. Also, this looks really unblended. Blend your makeup, girl. But I don't know how that works in a tablet. I could possibly go into the settings and see if I can fix it right now, but I don't want to waste y'all's time. You have that issue all the time? We're in this together. If you have to suffer, I too have to suffer. But yeah, like if I changed it, the only thing that I could find out just in time is if I changed the color space. It's brighter, but look at what happens. It's brighter, but it goes a little bit crazy. I don't know what's better. For now, hello darkness, my old friend. We're gonna have to deal with it for a little bit. Maybe I'll see if I can do something in the settings, but I don't want to just waste time by going through menus for 10 minutes. At least I wasn't able to find the problem like really easily. Like when I googled this, because this happened like 2 minutes before stream when I noticed this. In the 2 minutes that I searched for an answer, I could not find anyone who had the same problem. But they must exist, right? Like I'm not the only one. I must imagine that tries to use an iPad through a capture card in OBS. But Nana, we need to talk. We need to talk about something entirely different, because I was watching your VOD today, your axolotl gameplay that I unfortunately missed because girl was sleepy. Of course, because it was 2 a.m. How dare I sleep? But I was watching that and I was name dropped. I was so shooketh when you started talking about my stream. I was like, girl, thank you so much. I'm not even there. You're so kind. Also, that game looked like so much fun. It's the perfect game for you and Bonnie. Really had fun watching that. Also, again, I should not be putting too much effort into the coloring right now, because I'm gonna merge it all together anyway. Let's move on to both my, I think skin is my favorite, hair is a close second, but also with hair, it is just complete improvisation. Like every drawing that I've done in this painterly style, I've had to figure out all over again what I did for the hair. I do not know how it functions. I do not know how I color it myself. Oh, you open up YouTube to check something? Oh my gosh, it's the free promotion? Thank you. I thought it was so sweet. And also, I'm always so grateful that you pop in for these streams, because I know that they must be like an awkward time for you. And I always try to make my streams a little bit later, especially since we are now in like the golden days where your time changed, but mine didn't. Well, that will end really soon, unfortunately. But in these days, we are just a little closer together with our time zones. So I can start at almost the same time as you. Unfortunately, it will end, but for now, I really appreciate it. Axolotl, yes! I must admit, I have never heard of that game before. And girl, you were so aggressive. You were a fighter. That's a whole different side to nodding. I think that is good for the first block. Again, this is just the color blocking, and once I merge everything together, that's when the details come in, so I'm not too concerned right now about the details and the depth of the hair shading. As long as it has a little bit of color, I can probably work with it. I have not drawn anything for months. Like, this is a big trial to see if I can do it. You don't have a job you have to leave the house for, so it's the afternoon, which is actually when you have the most free time? Oh, I see free real estate. Hehehe. In that case, I'm very glad to hear it. I also work from home most of the time, but nobody is streaming when I am working. Nobody. Which may be a good thing because I'm also really easily distracted nowadays. So if I was to watch a stream while I'm working, I can tell you a lot of watching a stream will happen. Not a lot of work. Oh my gosh. I feel like my brain is rotting every day at work. I feel it. I'm like, why can I not concentrate on this boring task? Sometimes you get the aggression. Sometimes. Well, at least Bonnie is worse than you. Because I was watching her stream from last night. Like, I was able to... I woke up way too early again because my cats woke me up. She was still streaming Hogwarts Legacy, and she went through the mines. And there are two ways that you can do the mines. You can go in, wands blazing, and, you know, take out everyone lethally. Or you can sneak around. She is doing a non-sneaking Hufflepuff chaos style run right now. Girl. I did not expect that from a Hufflepuff. Like, when I played Hogwarts Legacy, I just went the cowardly Slytherin route. Like, I'm gonna sneak. If I can sneak up and win that way, I'm gonna do it. But no, she only knows how to fight. It's so much fun. Does this have any? Let me check. No, I always want to do like a cardigan style like this, but it doesn't have it in the reference. Should I do it? Should I stick to the reference? I'm just gonna stick to it. No cardigan today. It sounds like Bonnie. I must not know Bonnie enough. If anyone picks Hufflepuff, I'm like, you're gonna just be a kind person, right? You're not gonna, you know, want to fight. You're gonna want to avoid them. You're gonna enjoy the puzzles. At least she is taking care of the animals, right? She is taking care of her Puffskein. But yeah, I'm learning a lot about Bonnie. You're bad with strategy. You usually try to avoid enemies or to just attack mercilessly. There is nothing worse, in my opinion, there's nothing worse than trying out a strategy and you fail at it. Like, I tried to play Dishonored years and years and years ago before I realized that that too for me is a scary game. When I try to play Dishonored, you want to sneak around. You want to do that. You want to feel like an assassin. And then you get spotted in the first dungeon and you have to fight your way out. That's the moment I give up. I can't do it. I cannot do it. Let's see, did I miss anything? That's always the big question. I hate finishing a piece and then being like, oh, this character had another detail to them. I think we're doing pretty well. Oh my gosh, the screen is so dark for you. I'm so sorry. It looks terrible. Oh. Trust me, the colors. Well, the colors, they don't look too off. It's just there's a great cast over it. But at least it's better than the neon. The neon colors I had it on. Sneaking is terrible, one of the biggest reasons why Poppy would have been hard for me to continue. You gotta play Secret of the Mimic. I would pay to watch it. Because you definitely need to sneak around. But Poppy is mostly running. You just have to run away a lot, except for Chapter 5. That one, when I was thinking about it, Chapter 5 definitely had a portion in it that I would never be able to complete. Like, I don't remember, did you watch all of Chapter 5 yet? Because then I can talk about it. You like the darker version? I'm so glad. Thank you so much for telling me it is not burning your eyes, like you can't look at it. I'm just always really, oh my gosh, it's always something. I feel like it is the 2 minutes before stream curse where you realize that something is just not working. That something is just so broken. And you always, oh, her eyebrows are darker. I will make them darker later, but just for now. But I like this. It's really the adrenaline, yeah. I have come to realize that, like, real-time battles are just not for me. Like, I love turn-based games for that reason, because you can just take a little break, you know? You can just sit there, and that's also the reason why I hate turn-based games that are suddenly like, hey, here you have a timer, you have 10 minutes to complete this fight, if you don't, you lose. It's literally the worst of both worlds. It's terrible. But the only real-time combat game that I played lately, like Hogwarts Legacy when it came out, it's already been years, and also Cyberpunk is a game that I can play because you can slow down time, do things when, you know, time is paused. You can take out people from a distance by just hacking into them. It's so good, it's so good. You haven't been able to finish chapter 5 quite yet. You're halfway through it. Oh, what are you thinking of it so far? I won't say anything. Like, when you say spoilers, like, there is one thing that I can think of that you may have been spoiled on, because that happened to me too. If it was, you know, the design of a certain character. If not, I will just shush about it. Let's see. I think that's about everything that we can do while we still have our sanity and our layers intact, so I'm just gonna merge everything right now. This is the dangerous portion where I either regret doing this or it's gonna work out for me. This one is always the worst. There we go. We're in the end game now. Now it's time to render this. Yeah, you've seen him, huh? You have seen him. I hate using the word obsessed, but when the game came out, I was pretty obsessed with that design. I love it so much. The edits that people made, bro. And I understand why some people don't like it, because people have been waiting for 5 years to see what this, like, prototype creature is, you know? Like, no matter what it's gonna be disappointing to a lot of people, but I love it. It's also very reminiscent of, like, Choo Choo Charles. You like the idea of him being a rejected Jack-in-the-Box? He is so floppy. So cool. It's like Oh my gosh, like I can't talk about Secret of the Mimic to you, but you know Jackie. You have seen Jackie. I know that much. I love characters like that. And also I think it makes sense, like we still like it's unsure what they made him look like. Like I don't know if this original design was a Jack in the Box or if he mimicked himself into one. But I think it makes sense for a toy company to go for that as their first design, you know? Maybe you have less stakes since you've only been in the series for like a month. In this case, it works out for you, probably. Although, there is just something, and I think that's what a lot of mascot horror games do so well, is that because they are episodic, and because not much is actually told within the story, like you have to piece it all together yourself, most of it keeps people so engaged and so into like figuring out what is going on. And I think that's the beauty of it. Like it's the community that it creates and the theories and the lore, and people really like piecing stories together. I think it works out because of that reason, and Poppy does it really well. I would say it's more clear on what is happening than Five Nights at Freddy's, which is not too difficult because that's so convoluted at this point. But Poppy does it really well. You have to something about Poppy is bugging you? Tell me. I wanna know. I'm here to listen. Oh my gosh, I'm getting the rant. I'm so ready for this. I don't have any popcorn with me. They should have prepared me. I could have gotten some. I actually like them better without the light color on top. I'm gonna remove that again. That's much better. Much better. Girl, I have been thinking about it, right? I've been thinking about it because it's not something that bothers me personally, but I understand why people have a gripe with it. I have been wanting to just rewatch people play all of the chapters and at the same time draw the entire factory, because I need to make sense of it too, like how big this place is. It's insane. It is. Like, does it make logical sense? No, it does not. Do I love it still? Yes, but I just need somebody else, or I will do it myself, to just draw out the entire layout of this place. 'Cause it's wild. And I understand it is necessary because you need new spaces every chapter, or else it will be boring a lot of people. They want to see new things. But you can also like build horizontally. And that's a thing. That's something that you can do. If you think realistically, see, that's where you're making a mistake, Nana. The moment that you think realistically about it, this entire place would not be able to exist. Like, I saw somebody make a comment, like, I personally, I don't think about the logistics of how it all works, But I saw somebody say that, like, how is there still power this far down? And that made me think, like, how is there still enough oxygen down there? Like, why is this place still running? Who's paying the power bill? Like, I could never. And imagine how high that bill would be. Who's paying for it? Exactly. And also, well, no, that's a chapter 5 thing. I'm not gonna talk about that just yet, but I really want to draw it and see just how the entire thing is laid out, because I can't even imagine anymore, like all the places that we have been so far, how they make sense. Like I saw so many like funny comments about about the layout of this place. Some were like, you know, like if you work there, like your commute is gonna be like 2 hours, but not because you have to like go there, drive there, but because you have to take an elevator to the middle of the earth. We were so on the same page with that. Like, we are worried about the finances of this place, you know? Like, I can't imagine Catnap just being like, oh gosh, guys, we really need to, you know, pay the power bill, or else I can't produce the red gas anymore. And they were like, okay, well, some of these workers must still have some money left in their pockets. Way down to China, yeah. Oh my gosh, well, it would not surprise me. It would not. But yeah, the construction people, no matter how much they would like pay the company to like not release any information, I do not believe that would be no whistleblowers whatsoever. Like, nobody who was building a prison in a toy factory it's gonna be like, okay, well, we can just, you know, forget about that we ever did this, right? Like, there's something going on here and we need to tell someone, right? Yeah. It's just something that happens when stories get complicated, especially episodic ones. It just sometimes turns into a bit of mush. But I still think like Poppy is able to like keep it together and keep it like a coherent thing. But you sometimes do need to suspend your disbelief, because we are talking about like a universe with giant living toys. Feels like my D&D campaigns I didn't plan far enough ahead. It's exactly the same thing. It is the same thing. Like, at a certain point you need to improvise some stuff, you know? And hope it works out. Oh my gosh. I wish you guys had a D&D podcast, because I would live for it. To get back into this whole rendering process. Like I said, for hair, it is all improvisation for me. I just do something. So can I just once again say your new stream starting soon screen? It's amazing. I love it. You already put it to work in the axolotl stream. It is gorgeous. I also really still like the old one. I didn't say it, but I was like, you can use the old one to signify that you have just had a nap and that you're tired. It can be our signal to be kind to you, you know. Yeah, they're both so pretty. For me right now, I'm so happy that I actually found a layout that has bat elements to it. Like the Nintendo Switch has little bat wings. I think that's so perfect, and I don't think I could draw anything better than that. I love that it's animated. Gosh, this character is just so much fun. I'm so glad that I decided to do this. Like, I think it was Tuesday, like I was complaining about not having anything to draw. And now I have 5 requests with 5 beautiful characters that I can work on. And I hope to finish all of them. Oh my gosh, it's already the 20th. I hope to finish all of them before April starts, because that's when people are gonna use their characters. So it would be nice to be able to gift everyone their character before they have to start reading. Nana sleepy be nice. But that's so real though. Like if I could let people know that, I would be saying that every single stream. Like, you guys, I had to work today, be nice to me, okay? I'm doing this voluntarily. Oh my gosh, the hair is starting to look messy over here. Okay, let's see if I can just remove this strand. Like, the hair is always so much trial and error for me when it comes to painting it. But usually, I really like how it turns out. Yeah, I saw you mentioned somewhere that, you know, you want to make your own stream layouts, but you found one online that you really like. Now, mentally I was like, no, please continue using your own. They are so much fun. I love how everything that you do is so customized. Like, even your thumbnails, girl. Like, I could never. Like, I just can't for that stuff, you know. And you made a custom thumbnail for your one-time playing Poppy. Like, that's dedication to your craft. That's amazing. I don't like how blocky it looks over here. It's the shadow right there. What if I cut this? Cut this piece off and it becomes the background? We can do it like that. I think that's better. Oh, that's so much better. Yeah, we can make this work. That's also, I think, the beauty of painting on one layer is being able to change it up as we're going. So if we don't like something, we can just be like, ha ha ha, and it's gone. I don't have to go through 10,000 layers to find out what I did. But thank you. I'm really happy with the layout right now too. I think it is. It's nice and dark, you know. Like my previous one, I thought was really cute, but my model looked so weird when it was in that setting. Even though I like that style too, I feel like it's more coherent now. It's always when I do the strands that I think it really makes the hair work. Like if I don't have any strands just hanging around, it does not look as good. It's more realistic, you know. This piece is still messy, but I'm gonna work on it more. I'm not gonna focus on it too much right now. Hey, baby. Oh my gosh. We're gonna get Cat Meowing again for free. And so bad about this. Like, they notice the moment that I sit down, the moment that I don't pay attention to them, they're like, Mom, I know you just fed us. I know you just sat with us, but we kind of want your attention right now. But no, we're not gonna do that. Let's see, I always have to make sure that I'm not making the hair too long. Like, it's... the bangs only go up to the shoulder blade, so I think I can get away with this length of hair. It doesn't have to be too specific, but I think that's better. My baby. Let's give 10 seconds of attention. Maybe this is enough. My baby. Where did that color come from? Yeah. Going back to Poppy for a few seconds because I can never shut up about that game. I think that the experience of us right now who are just viewing it is different from those that are playing it. Like, I have heard so many people be so negative about chapter 5. Well, I'm like, I adore this, I love this was perfect. But people who actually had to go through it were not as happy with it, and I think that's a little bit upsetting because the story is so good. I think the story is so enjoyable, but if the gameplay is not good, then, you know, people will be turned off by the entire thing. So I hope that they accept the feedback and that, you know, in the future, whatever they will do, we'll have better gameplay for the people who have to suffer through it. The hair on that side still looks weird. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to flip it again. It's because it is weird. It's because there's not enough definition going on. Probably. It's a weird shape. If I shave up a little bit here, maybe it'll flow better. So the first drawing that I actually did kind of similar to this style was actually oh my gosh. Was actually the full drawing that I made for Nani. Because that was the first time I really experimented with, like, how can I turn like a half-finished like a half-finished sketch into something that looks decent enough. And I did kind of surprise myself with how much I enjoyed painting with that one. I haven't been doing this for a long time. And also because of the whole, you know, moving thing, I really just did not have enough time to draw or to read, which is also why I'm grateful for Orilium existing. Because within that community and within those challenges, kind of forces me to complete all of these prompts within a specific amount of time. Like, I've been doing this like now for the first year because I only figured out that Orilium existed in December last year, and I had such great fear of missing out. So I was like, oh my gosh, I I wish I had known about this since 21, which is when the first year of Orilium happened. Like, the people who have been here there the entire time, like, their characters this year are like 4 years old. They can graduate their characters. They have gone through all of the little, like, side things as well. Like, they have dragons, they have pets, they have implings. Or inklings? Inklings? They have little poof balls. And what do I have? I'm just a novice. But normally when I cannot, like, 100% something, if I cannot get everything, I just tend to give up on it. But for this, I was like, you know what? There are many other people who are gonna be novices this year, who are gonna start this, who have only found out about this right now as well. Like, I'm not the only one who's just gonna be a beginner at this. Let's just do it. And I have been having a blast. Like, I'm doing the adventures in LD as well, which is the yearly challenge, which is like 1 prompt a month for the entirety of the year. And those have been great too. I've been working hard on getting those done, even through the whole moving process. And I hope that next month, when it's the first real readathon, that I'll be able to keep up with everything. Like, keep up with streaming, keep up with reading, you know, keep up with work. And that I can get everything done, because my attention span has been messed up. It's so serious right now. Like, I would rather just scroll, like, YouTube shorts for hours instead of read a book. Sometimes. Like, I always have excuses, like, I could be reading right now. Wow, but I could also just be playing a game right now. And that always wins. It always wins. So I'm pretty slow with it, but I'm trying to get better at it now, because, well, you have the same problem. Oh, thank goodness I'm not alone. Yeah, I'm really trying to get myself back in the habit, because when I was a little one, you know, I would have a library card, and every time I went to the library, I would pick up 8 books. And I would read all 8 of them, no problem, no issue. Like, it was my favorite thing to do. And now it's just really a struggle. Like, last year, I did get to, I think I got 101 books read. But a lot of them were audiobooks, and some of them were manga, so it's not like I read like a ton of like great books. Last year, I actually went and I read a lot of the well, I listened to a lot of the Five Nights at Freddy's books, and oh my gosh. I think you can see in my reviews on Goodreads, if you read them, you can see like my sanity drop as I'm reading through them. Like, it starts out like hopeful and like, oh, this story was good, and then it's like, I don't know what they were thinking. Like, what is this story? Who thought this was a good idea? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, procrastinating folding laundry is my favorite hobby. I always, you know, since I have nobody to tell me to do stuff like that, it always piles up until I just cannot ignore it anymore. And then I just do it all in one go. But even with tasks like that, right? Like, I cannot just be doing the dishes or folding laundry without at least listening to something or watching something. Like, I can never just do a task without having any other like thing playing in the background. And I think that's a bad sign. Very bad. I really need to work on that. Where am I making this algae grow from? What am I doing? It's just, it's floating there. It's floating there. We can try to see what it would look like if I just... Yeah. I mean, it's not the same as in the reference, but for my style, it fits a little bit better. You've been listening to Harry Potter relentlessly. I think that's where my problems started, actually, because when I was just a child, I would always have the Harry Potter audiobooks on as I was going to sleep. So I grew up only listening to audiobooks at night. And now I can't sleep without listening to a podcast or a YouTube video, stuff like that. Like, I can't just fall asleep listening to silence because my brain will be too active to allow me to sleep. So actually, this morning, unfortunately, it was Bonnie's stream. Because when I saw that she was live, I was like, I'm just gonna say hi and then I'm gonna go again, because it was 5 p.m. and I only needed to wake up at 7. But I stayed on because it was so much fun, and I did fall asleep to it eventually. You started doing journaling to help fall asleep. Well, that's pretty similar to reading, as in it's like supposed to be like resting your eyes and your brain to slowly shut it off. Not permanently, but to shut it off for a little bit. I think that's a very healthy thing to do. I have never been able to journal or to keep up with it. But I think that's a good way to go to bed. I think it's better than being dependent on audio. But yeah, when I was young, I had a limited amount of like audiobooks available to me. The Harry Potter ones, they were in Dutch. And then I had like one specific Scooby-Doo audiobook. It was only like 40 minutes long, so I would have to play it on repeats in order to fall asleep to it. And I'm really like big on nostalgia. I was able to find somebody who had posted the entire audiobook of that Scooby-Doo episode on YouTube. I was like, yes, I found it again. And also, I just had some like Disney shortened ones. I remember especially I had Peter Pan and The Little Mermaid, and I would just listen to it on repeat every night, the same thing. You quickly got out of the daily habit. Isn't that what happens to everything? Oh my gosh, it's so hard to keep up with stuff like that, especially if you're forcing yourself to do it daily. Because then the moment that you don't do it one day, you're like, well, I failed anyway. I didn't make it, so what's the point? I think it's just our brains messing with us. Like, keeping habits is the most challenging thing. Especially if you try to do it at the beginning of the year where you're still motivated. You're like, this year I'm gonna do this every single day. And then it's, like January 3rd and you don't have the time to do a thing, or you don't want to do a thing. And it's like, well, maybe next year. Next year will be my year. But keeping up with it for 2 weeks is already quite the achievement. I have this thing with like writing on paper, like trying to keep like a bullet journal or any kind of journal, reading journal, whatever, is that the moment that I make a mistake, it's like the entire thing is ruined for me and I can't continue like working in that notebook or like continue doing like a reading journal and stuff like that. I just give up immediately. Like, I always buy myself physical planners, but then something changes about my schedule, so I have to like cross things out and stuff, and I'm like, you know what? Never mind. Back to Google Calendar. You told yourself to just try to do it once or twice a week. That's awesome. That's like the way that you can think about it is it's at least once or twice more than you would otherwise do. And trying to keep up with something every single day is bound to fail at one point, because life happens. You don't always feel good, or you don't always have time to do a thing. There's no point in trying to make yourself feel bad about it. Just you doing it once in a while is already more than most of us can say that we do. I think for now, that's enough care about the ears. Oh my gosh, time for the bigger picture. I always like to focus on just one thing and then just totally ignore the rest of the things that I need to work on. Let's change it, because I haven't looked at the face once. I started with the eyes though. I did start with the eyes, but the rest needs also some tender love and care. Sometimes you're just too tired right before bed. That is also the trap that I fall into. I'm always with reading, right? Like, I want to have the habit of reading every day, like reading like a book every week. And I always tell myself in the morning, like, oh, I'm just gonna, read in bed or read right before bed. But then I'm just so tired by that point. I'm like, I could not even concentrate on a book, so I just go to bed. And then it never happens. But sleep is just as important. We all got not enough sleep anyway. Like, you cannot convince me you have healthy sleeping habits, Nani. I see the amount of energy drinks you talk about. Although I do wish that I had your ability to take naps, because it sounds like the best thing ever, but I've never been able to get myself to actually fall asleep during the day. Six and a half hours. It's not too bad. It's not enough, but it could be worse. You could be telling me right now that you only slept for like 3 hours. So I'm not too mad at it. Also, I'm probably worse right now because I often need to wake up early for work, like 5 a.m.-ish. And on the days I don't need to, my cats will wake me up around 5 because they're like, shouldn't you be out of bed right now? Aren't you usually, feeding us right now? Are you okay? They've been doing that ever since they were little kittens. They've always woken me up before I needed to actually be awake. So I haven't had a great rest in the 4 years they've been alive. But I'm trying. I am trying my very best. Poor kitties, they are not poor. They are the opposite of poor. They are not doing it out of concern for me, let me tell you. I don't believe so anyway. But yeah, they just jump on the bed time and time again until I actually get out of it. Like, they do not give up. They really don't. So yeah. I need to blend this a little bit more. Oh my gosh, and also I shouldn't forget to bring back the sparklies in her face. I actually wanted to try because on the reference image, the sparkles on her cheeks are really dark. But I wonder if I can get away with making them glowy. I wonder. Oh my gosh, I just gave... I mean, this character is double majoring. They're double majoring, so they probably need eye bags, but that's a little bit too much. That's too much. Let me blend it out. Also, I should not have drawn these things on before actually starting the painting process. Oh my gosh, let me try to airbrush this out. This is a mistake I always make. I always like to add those little like lines on the nose or lines that like signify blush, and then I go to the painting part and I'm like, well, why did I do that? Because I'm gonna have to erase all of it neatly. And it never works out for me. Let's try to do this in a way that's not too visible. There we go. Just gonna have to draw them over the new blush layers. This character has such a cute blush. Oh my gosh. I love blush so much. I always fall for this, but I buy a lot of blushes. But recently I went on a... Sometimes I have a feeling like I like this brand and I want all of their products. So I went on a flower nose buying spree. The packaging is so beautiful. It is insane to me. It's so pretty. And the products are actually good too. You love giving your characters heavy eye bags? I do the same. There's just something about drawing lines on the face. Like, I love being able to just... I'm just gonna do this right now. I love being able to just go like this on a character. I really like that. Also for the cheeks to go like this. So the blush is so unblended right now. Let me put that back into it. I should not have drawn those things. I always do it, but we will manage, we will manage. I think that's enough blush. It is lore accurate though. This character has a ton of blush. Yes, oh my gosh, I bought so much of their stuff. I went absolutely crazy on it. And it was just before they released the new products, the Valentine's designs, or is it Easter? I don't know. It's a bunny collection. Oh my gosh. I'm so tempted to buy more, but there's really no point in doing it because I got pretty much everything that they had. Well, not everything. I'm not crazy, but like one of every type. And their blushes and their face palettes and their eyeshadows especially. I love them. I love them. Their powder. The powder is perfect. So yes, I would recommend 100%. And also it just really helps to have products with pretty packaging. Like there's something that's just so nice about using actually aesthetic products instead of, you know, the most boring designs there are. And I used to always be worried that it was just like gimmicky, like, oh, it's just, you know, it looks pretty, but, you know, is the quality any good? It's good. It is good. Also, oh my gosh, I haven't even talked about the concealer palette. Get it. Get it. Get everything. The packaging makes it so much better. Yes, because like the packaging of makeup has been so boring and stale for so many years. And when you compare it to what it could be, to how pretty it all could be, it's such a loss. Like, we don't get what we want. And I actually think it's especially worth it because you are not throwing that packaging away when you're done with the product. You are just not going to do it. It's good against waste. These pieces at the bottom, I need to do something about this. This looks too flat. Also, me just casually flipping it horizontally, like it's not gonna give me the biggest jump scare. Oh, it's always so scary. Let's see. This, maybe if I make it a little bit thinner, it will work better. Well, that's something. It's just not flowing a lot. Like the rest of the hair is flowy, but this just looks like it's just sitting there. Nana. Let me give you all the recommendations, okay? Let me tell you, because I have the exact same problem. No matter what like foundation I use from Western brands, like the lightest ones, I still go Oompa Loompa. It is so bad. So I have for years and years been trying out like all sorts of products, and I have some holy grails for you, okay? I have some. I don't know how easy they are to get. Like you probably have more options than I do. I hope so, at least. But what kind of problems are you looking for? Like a foundation BB cream? Contour, anything? I should have made a makeup channel. I love the caps lock. It's such a struggle, right? Like, I do not get it. Like, we are not the only pale people that exist, right? Like, why will they just not make products that have the right shade for us? I know the answer. It's because it's expensive, you know, and they don't want to spend any money. Like, it's cheaper to just make products orange, but don't do it. I've had so many products I bought and then I just immediately like had to get rid of them because it was just Oompa Loompa. Yeah, no thanks. And also, I'm also really cool toned, so a lot of like bronzer and contour, it also just turns orange on me. Oh, so you got the Laneige Cushion foundation. The the problem with cushion foundations for us who do not live in countries where they are produced is that refills are impossible to get. Impossible. And that makes them so expensive because most cushions, they're like 25 to 30 bucks depending on where you live. And if you have a refill, it's usually half the cost. But if the refills aren't available, you just pay full price every time. And cushions especially, they die after a couple of months, usually, because they do not have as much product. They don't last as long as regular foundation bottles. So it's really expensive, and it's a pain, because they tend to be sold out. You start concealer in the lightest shade as your foundation? Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. So my all-time favorite, right? My all-time favorite, because I am not big into cushions because of the cost versus how long you can use it problem. because I also cannot get my hand on any refills for them. My favorite is the classic Misha BB cream in the lightest shade that they have. So the thing that makes that one so good is, number one, it will never go cakey on you. It's gorgeous. But also it has a little bit of a grayish undertone to it, which means that it just cannot turn orange on you. It looks really natural, and it also just covers decently well, but still in a natural way. If you want to go more full coverage, there is the Tier foundation. They have cushions. The cushions are the popular one, but you can also get the bottle. It's like pretty much the same formula. I think it's the same. And I have mine in like shade 11, and it's perfect. Like usually with Korean like foundations, they usually go from shade 21 to 23, and people complain that 21 is too light for them. I use 11. That's how light they go. It's so good, but it's really high coverage, so you do need to be a little bit more careful with it. So the Misha one is perfection for me. Wait, you have Tier? Oh my gosh. I'm always like, I'm not jealous, but I'm always like, why can we not have good products like that locally? Like the most that you can get here is like L'Oreal and Maybelline, but no way you will see Tier in a shop. Like that's amazing. But yeah, you have to be careful with the Tier one with applying it, but it goes so light. I love it. And also, if you want to spend a lot of your money, I don't know what it's called, but it's the weird Chanel one with the beads in it. Not weird beads, but you know, the little balls in it. That makes it worse. I don't know. The water one, the light one is actually light too, and that one is really natural. Yeah, the moment that I found out that, you know, at least we could get some like Korean products online, that was the day that a whole new world opened for me, because I was never able to get anything in my shades. And suddenly there was so much, and still not all of them were a win. Like still, like I definitely got some that were a little bit too yellowy, but we really like get to know the colors. It's so much easier. Like personally, I don't pick up anything that is not an 11 or a 13. Anything darker than that is gonna be too dark for me. Yes, so Flower Nose is like the first, I think, yeah, the first like Chinese brand that I've tried. I think that they do some things better than Korean makeup, but Korean makeup has a lot of it like down to how it should work, how it should function. Like I think that the most disappointing things I've tried from Korean makeup have always been the eyeshadows. Like there's just no color. There's no color payoff to it. They are good with shimmers and glitters though, but for Chinese makeup, they actually have a lot more bolder choices and really nice formulas. But for base products and stuff, Korean makeup is it. It's so much better than, you know, like the orange lightest shade that we can get. It's so crazy to me. Oh, 1 second. So I remember, this was a long time ago though, but I remember when I found this brand called Miss Sporty. And I used their foundation for a while, but the thing was, depending on the day, it would either look really good or really bad. Like, it was always Russian roulette with that one. And now I know, like, it's like, you know, one of the cheapest brands there is, blah blah blah. Back then I had no idea, but every day I was fearing that foundation, like, how is it gonna look today? But I've been really into BB creams right now, because the worst thing I think about makeup for me is that I do not want to worry throughout the day if my makeup looks bad. I do not want to think about it. And with foundation, it tends to be like throughout the day, the longer you wear it, it tends to break down a little bit. So that's why I really like the Misha one, because I do not have to worry about it at all. And girl is checking all her foundations. But yeah, it's an expensive lesson that we unfortunately have to learn about what does and does not work for us. So many products, oh my gosh, so much money wasted. And it's often so sad because a product can have the perfect formula, but just not have a color for you. Because you just do not get into the sun. I had that especially with when the Maybelline like skin tint came out. I was like, this is exactly what I want. Like, it's not too heavy. It's so fluid. But then I bought the lightest one, and no, I could not make it work for me. Yeah, there's something weird about the shadows on the face. I feel like it's a little bit too much. Like I've dragged them down a little bit too much. Let me try to give her face a little more breathing room. Let's see if we can blend it out a little bit. The only thing about Procreate, right, is that they still do not have a proper blending tool. It's so bad compared to some other software that you can use. You with your Clip Studio Paint, you do not know what a luxury it is. But I can try to make it. Oh my gosh, I can try to make it work, I say. With just using an airbrush. Well, your shade was 13N. Well, I think that we must be pretty similar. Like, I always go for 11 or 13. But 11 is like almost pure white. So 13 works for me as well. I think the Misha one doesn't even go to 11. Oh, how I wish this had a good blending tool, but we will make it work. There's something about the nose that's flat though. Like I need to add more of a shadow to it. That may be a little bit too bright. I really wonder what it looks like with the neon colors it used to display. What this would look like. It's an absolute clown nose. Yeah, from what I understood, the reason why that is because it in order to make it less yellowish, they need a whole new pigment in the formula, like the blue one, and they just do not want to pay for it. So we have to suffer. That's just the way it goes. If this works out, this will be pretty good. Oh my gosh, the coloring under the eyelashes. I should draw them on at the end instead of going straight into the eyes. I can make it work. This isn't looking like eye bags again. Yes. Let's try it again, but be a little bit more subtle about it. That's a bit better. Well, you have to try it, okay? You have to. It's usually not too expensive too, and because it's not a cushion, it lasts you a long time, let me tell you. I think I found my calling. I will be here to give recommendations to all the pale girlies, to all the hermits who do not see enough sunlight. That's way too purple. Okay, this was better. I always need to see what it looks like when I do too much. Sometimes it works out, and if not, we can always remove it. The reference doesn't have any color on the lips, so don't know if I should change it up a little bit. Oh my gosh, I can see my microphone just having a little earthquake. I'm sorry if it's audible. Let's see what happens when we add a little bit more. Oh, that's orange. That's just orange. That's what I was thinking. I think that looks a little better. Like, otherwise it's just too samey. Yeah, there we go. $9.60, that's a steal. That's really good. At least we're trying it out. Well, if it doesn't work for you, it's only 20. I completely removed the outline. That's a no-no. Honestly, That's a No-No has been stuck in my head for days. I don't know how much if you're into K-pop, but the ITZY song, That's a No-No, that's been going viral. Which is such a relief because ITZY really needs more attention than they've been getting the last couple of years because they keep getting, you know, not the best songs. It's been so much fun seeing them glow and enjoy the stage because they're finally being appreciated again. They're one of the biggest, well, I wouldn't say losses, they're still here. But I just, you know, wish that they could have been the fourth generation leaders that they were promised to us to be. Like they were in the beginning, they were just so big. Oh my gosh, that must be the worst. Because if there's one thing about people who like K-pop, and that's that they cannot stop talking about it. I try to not talk about it, but whenever I hear something that reminds me of a song, I just need to do it. And that's a no-no. It's so big right now. I saw JYP do it today. I really appreciate that man. He can dance for somebody his age, especially. Maybe that's the next thing I should make a playlist about for you. instead of Poppy Playtime, I'm gonna teach you all about K-pop. Like right now, oh my gosh, there's this one song. Let me tell you about it. It is a song called Rude by a group called Hearts to Hearts. I don't know if you know it. But there is this English part in this song, right? That I have not been able to get out of my head ever since it was released. It is so catchy. And I have this weird connotation with it too. I will try to to tell you the part. But my voice is giving out. So the part is a speaking part. He was like, you know what he said to me? What? He was like, you're so rude. But I was like, boy, does it look like I could care? I couldn't even care less. And every time they say boy, I just think of Kratos from God of War, like boy. And I was like, boy. It's so catchy and I can't get it out of my head. You know what he said to me? What? It's like, you're so rude. And I was like, boy. Boy. Does it look like I could care? I couldn't even care less. It's so good. Like, this song is unironically really good. We are getting somewhere with the hair though. Like, I'm not gonna be able to finish this today, but we are making good progress. This is what the hair was missing. That's so silly, and I feel that that's my entire life right now. I just keep like connecting to things that have absolutely nothing in common with each other. I'm like, yes, that's what's gonna be on my mind the entire day. Okay, I wanted to turn it into an edit too. Like, I wanted to make this a short so that other people would be able to understand what I mean when I say that the boy reminds me of Kratos. But like, there is no good soundbite of Kratos doing that fit the song, so I gave up on it. And also, I do not think that anyone who is subscribed to me would understand a reference that includes this one K-pop group and this specific game. Like, you know what? This is a joke for me, and if I made that short, that would just be me trying to explain a joke, and that would not make it funny anymore. But here I am. I'm at least letting you know. So you can tell me it's okay. You do that too? You know exactly what I need to hear. I always have that, like, I really like CG5 music. Like, in my Poppy Playtime playlist, I included all of his fan songs for Poppy because I think they are so important, especially Sleep Well, which is, you know, just a gorgeous song in general, in my humble opinion. But he also has this song called I See a Dreamer, and I vividly remember like listening to that song at the same time as I was watching somebody play Detroit Become Human. So every time I hear that song, I just see Connor in front of me from Detroit Become Human. Like that's a Detroit Become Human song for me. I do not care, that's not what it's supposed to be. That's just what it is for me. Now, I really hope that you do not tell me that you do not know anything about Detroit Become Human. Please. Please. Say you know about Connor. I'm still not okay with the way that this piece of hair is looking, especially. It looks so flat compared to the other side. I think it's because it doesn't have this light color on top of it. You've heard of it? You have heard of it. Okay. I will not turn this into an essay on why Detroit Become Human is one of the best games to have ever been created. But if we're talking about choice-based games that actually give you meaningful choice, that's the game. It's so good. Like, at every turn you can like lose characters or make a decision that will make you end up losing a character, that will make you end up saving a character. I feel like I need to flip this again. Why does the face, it's the outline. That's why the face feels unbalanced. But yeah, Detroit Become Human was another like entire phase for me, because it's one of those games you can watch 10 people play and they're all gonna have like a different experience with the game. I remember, if you just want to watch it one day, that Jacksepticeye has a really good playthrough of it. I think he got like pretty much like the most ideal ending you can get. And also Connor is just, he's my boy. You need to know of him. He is precious. Maybe I should also, if I want to use this purple, put it everywhere on the face instead of just the lower half. There we go. The thing with this working this way is that it will only look good once you're at the last 20% of work that needs to be done. Because that's when I will, you know, outline stuff like that, add all the little details. Still so much to be done. Is this music okay? What happened to it? It's still the same playlist. It suddenly sounded like a commercial. Girl, did you just seriously say the Irish guy from Poppy Playtime? Is that all you know him of? Please tell me you're joking. Tell me. I am wrong in my interpretation of what you just said. No shame though. I'm sorry. Framing is a little bit off. I need the lightest color again. Like, that's always the solution so far. Yes, there we go. That's so much better. This is also upsetting me. I don't know if you do the same thing, but sometimes I just look back at how I drew a previous piece. Like, I look at the speed paint of it in order to figure out just how I do a certain thing. Oh my gosh, I was worried for a second. I was like, wait, there cannot be people out here who only know Jacksepticeye because he was in Puppy Playtime. And I believed in you, right? Like, I didn't assume. I was just worried for a second. I made the hair look so much worse. Let me go back to this. Sometimes what really helps is just being really bold with it. And then slowly working on the details. I often work on the hair for the longest time in order to get it just right. I think that's already a lot better, but it kind of stops at nothing. It's starting to look like it. It's starting to look like it. The thing is, with what people play in like choice-based games, it is always such a struggle whenever they make a choice that you just do not agree with. Like, I also watched a bunch of guys play Detroit Become Human as well. Like, it wasn't even that long ago. Like, they were late to the game. And I really like and appreciate these people, right? But the lack of QTEs that they got, oh my gosh. I was just sitting there like, you are gonna get everybody killed. And that's fine too. Like, if that's the end of your game, that's fine. But I cannot watch it. That's the same with Undertale, right? Like, so many people are afraid to play Undertale on stream or just as a let's play because the people who like it always want you to go for a certain route. Like, going neutral is not an option, right? Like, you can't just have one of the generic endings. No, you need to either be pacifist or an absolute menace. About this. Problem with doing it this way too is like knowing when to stop and when to add more details. It honestly takes looking at it 10,000 times before it starts to click. I think that's starting to look like it. I think it's okay to go for an outline. So if you see anything weird or something you would change, do let me know, because staring at this drawing from my perspective is different from yours. So you may spot things that are not looking as great. You're a little worried about it. I get it. The thing is, though, that you, I think, cannot be spoiled on a lot, which really does help. Like, you're not experiencing the game for the first time. Like, you know what happens, right? And also, if you need somebody to yell at people, I am here. I know you can't do it, but I can do it. Just give me the sign. Oh my gosh, it's the darker pieces too. I mean, that's immediately better. They need to be a lot darker for there to be good contrast. I was really hoping to at least get 2 drawings done, but I'm not even gonna finish one of them. I'm also just extremely rusty with it because I have not been drawing at all. At all. I really should be doing it more, but as I said, I just did not have anything to draw. I'm so grateful to all of the lovely people in the Orilium Discord because, you know, obviously, like, you cannot really self-promote, right? So I was like, how can I ask these people if I can draw their amazing characters? Because there's such a wealth of amazingly designed characters in there. So I was just like, you know, guys, I was 100% honest. I was like, I need inspiration for drawing. Please just send me a message if I can draw yours. And I was so grateful that people just actually responded to it and didn't just ignore me and left me hanging. They're so nice. Readers are the best people. I will use the bonk hammer, okay? I will do it. Like, honestly, like, I will be able to, you know, be pretty decent about it, but yell at them for you. I can do it. No nonsense. No nonsense. Yeah, I've not even touched the eyes. Eyes are always the one thing that make it look really good, right? Like, actually give life to the piece. I still, in this style, have not figured out how I want to actually color the pupils. Like, the drawing I made for you was the first time I had to worry about it, and I just kept it really simple, and I've kept it that way since. I've never really been good at doing like eye shading that takes 10 layers and all these beautiful colors and details to them. So we're gonna experiment with it right now after I'm done messing around with the hair and the little details. One thing I like about the painterly style is that you can just go from one area to the next. Whereas whenever I worked with line art, I don't know if you felt the same way, but it just makes me feel like, okay, and now I will go and do the skin, now I will go and do the hair. Whereas now, I can just go in and be like, I feel like rendering the hair a little bit. Well, not anymore. Let's go to the skin. Let's go to the eyes. Oh. Hello, hello. Welcome in chat. How are you doing? We are currently, like, I'm sure Nana has been staring at me, turning and rotating this drawing around the entire time, trying to add detail to the hair. I think we're almost done with it. The only thing I need to do is give it a little bit of an outline. And then for now, we will be okay with the hair. I can leave it at this point and get back to it later. And then we can see what we can do for the eyes. I've always admired people who use like so many colors and glittery effects in the eyes. I'm just here like, I like Naruto, let me color them in like Naruto. That's my main inspiration. Like, I could say my drawings are a combination of Naruto and Danganronpa. Like, Danganronpa was actually what inspired me the most to try a painterly style, because they have these, they're not cutscenes, but they're like special images, like what we saw with Old Man's Journey, like the memories. They did the same for Danganronpa pretty much. And so I was like, damn, they look so good. I love this style. So they really inspired me to try it out. Thank you, I'm so glad you like it. So what we're doing right now is a request for somebody who is participating in Orilium. And I tried to describe it to the best of my ability in the description, but it's pretty hard. But it's basically a readathon, which is a reading marathon, where you read a certain amount of books within a certain amount of time, based on certain prompts. And Orilium is, in my opinion, one of the best, one of the biggest, because it's a wholly fleshed out fantasy world. It's kind of comparable to like D&D character creation in a lot of ways, where your journey and what you learn and what your calling is, which is basically like your college major, determines what kind of things you need to read. So it's really cool, it's really in-depth. The creator, I also put them in the description. They also create so much amazing art for this world. Like, just going through the art, that's already an experience. There's so much hard work being poured into this, and it really like gets me to read. Like, I've been doing it for the first time this year, and they have like a yearly challenge, and also like a specific month twice a year where you will have to read like a ton of books in a month. But they also have a yearly one where every month you have to read from a certain prompt. And I've been doing that for the first time this year, and I've really noticed that it gets me to actually complete books within a certain time. And sometimes books that I would not normally pick up. My stylus is not responding anymore. Let me see. We're still okay. Are we? Oh yeah, it's just the size was off. So yeah, it's not an OC, and the reference that you see in the bottom right corner, that is the reference that this reader sent to me, and they use a like character creator generator app for it. And a lot of the people in Orilium use this one. I was like, you know what? It would be great if I could make some art for these people who may not really be into drawing themselves, but who would like to see their character come to life. Oh my gosh, for this specific character, the name, I will put the name for the character in chat for you, because it's so you can also see why I'm having trouble with pronouncing it. That's the name. So it's Era and Sharon, I believe. That's the way that I have come up with pronouncing it. The hair also. Oh my gosh, I was saying that I was going to focus on the eyes for a bit, but let me just very quickly add some white to the hair. You are not seeing this. I'm going very quickly. But I just need it so it will feel complete. And yeah, for Nana, I still have a piece I need to finish for Nani. Because I started working on that redraw from the drawing I made for you years ago, but I have not touched it in a long time. So I'm thinking of redoing that one completely as well. Yeah. And also, of course, when the new model gets introduced, that's a good moment for me too, to, you know, make a little gift. I can't wait to see how that turns out. Just the PNG is already so beautiful. Like the hair shading on that model, insanity. It is. Let me get the description back. Yes, she is an elf from. Most of this is Orilium talk, but she's from one of the cities of Carador, and she is majoring in Spell Sword and Moon Warden. So double majoring basically means that you need to do a lot of work. A lot of work. I think that's like 8 or 9, maybe 10 books that you need to read in April. Oh my gosh, yeah, don't. Oh my god, pronouncing names. Like, that's also why I just made mine Marin, because it's so difficult for people to get it right. So I will go with AK, but is it like Aksha? Something like that? I'm sorry. Yeah, so I am only my character. Like, I posted a speed paint of my character, I think in January, because that's when I got into this. My character is also a spell sword, so I know for certain that spell swords only, quote unquote, only have to read 4 books during April. So Moon Warden, because it sounds cooler, I think it's probably more than that. So basically, you go to this magical school and you choose your calling, which is basically your like fantasy major. There's so many amazing ones. You will have choice paralysis when you look through them, because there's so many options. But I just went for Spell Sword because it's the most active one. It's the most adventurous one, and I was like, if I was living in a fantasy world, I would love to see the world. Like, I don't want to be stuck in a library in a fantasy world, so let me explore. And then I noticed you only have to read 4 books, which is one of the least intense ones. But that's only for April, because later in the year, I think it's around August, September, there's going to be a second readathon. And that's the one that decides whether or not you will, you know, complete the year, graduate the year. And that will have you reading a lot more. That's so much fun. Thank you so much for being here, AK, and for supporting Noni as well. Her streams are so nice. She also has the best playlists. Her music game is peak. Yeah, we mostly do gaming content. Me too. This is the first time I'm trying to draw something on stream, and as you can see, it's not perfect yet because the screen that you guys are seeing is pretty dark compared to how I am seeing it. So there's still a lot that I need to do. Still a lot I need to figure out about how to make this work, but I definitely want to incorporate drawing a lot more into this channel as well. I only posted some speed paints before this, but never really something quite like this. I'm gonna have to add the sparkly freckles back in. I have to really hold myself back to not make them all glowy, because they're not glowy in the reference. And you're so right. If you're in school, prioritize that. There's nothing worse than having to stress about completing work. or, you know, preparing for tests. So don't do it to yourself. Nana, I am so proud of you. That's so much better. Oh my gosh. I heard you talking about that Red Bull in your axolotl stream. I heard you mention that. So this is a very good choice. Does this look weird though? Let me see. I should have probably done this on a second layer. Like the sparkles are basically plus signs, right? I feel like I made these a little too long. Thank you so much. I really love doing that too. Like, supporting people on here is just as important to me as making content. I think that's when the world becomes a little bit of a better place, when we, instead of just focusing on what we are doing, we can also look at what other people are doing. And that takes time, you know? Like, it takes effort to be in streams and connect and talk and put effort into that. So it's so appreciated. And I don't think anyone sucks at art, honestly. I really do not. Like, art, making drawings, that's just all practice. I do not believe in talent with anything, right? I do not believe that talent is a thing. I believe everything is through skill. And with drawing, it's just that many people have not learned how to put lines on a piece of paper. They're just not taught to do that. So I think anyone can learn it. And if you look at my art from like a year ago, 2 years ago, it was vastly different from what we're doing here today. So I think you can do it. If you ever want to show your art, or I don't know if you two create content or do anything on YouTube or anywhere else, please let me know. I am here to support as well. And always be free to show your art, or if you want to learn anything. I would say Nana can make a course because she is one of the most skilled artists that I know. She dares to touch backgrounds. I cannot even begin with that. Wait, you're making a game? That's so cool. You have to tell us about that one day, okay? You have to. That has always been my dream too, so that sounds like an exciting project. Yeah, nowadays it's getting even tougher, you know, like one of the reasons why I'm really enjoying doing this for the Orilium peeps is because so many readers, they don't draw, right? Like, they already have their creative thing, and of course many of them do, but not everyone who is participating in this can create the character that they are envisioning. So it's beautiful, first of all, to see just how people are solving that issue. Like, they're using these old dress-up games, or they're using these character generation, like the one that I'm drawing right now. Like, this is still supporting an actual artist because it was an actual person who drew all the art for the character creator. And by me being able to like gift some drawings to some of these people to make their like quote-unquote generated characters come to life, I think that's a blessing. And I hope that they're happy with it. Oh my gosh, I said to everyone that I would start on them this week, but I think I'll finish this one in the weekend, and the other ones. I'll need to see when I can get to them. Like I said, I want to get them done before April, so hopefully it will motivate people to read because their character is, you know, a little bit more tangible. You have to force yourself to stop worrying about backgrounds. Oh my gosh, like the fear that hearing about backgrounds, oh my gosh, gets me. It's insane. Because I really like drawing things like this, right? Like where it's pretty much just a portrait. It's just a girl, you know? But the moment I need to place her in a setting, I'm like, no. This background is gonna stay white or just a single color. That's all that you can get from me. I really need to learn. Like there were a couple of times where I actually forced myself to make backgrounds. Those were in the Instagram days when I was still, you know, participating in collaborations. And I always wanted to put in a little bit more effort for those. I actually liked the ones that I created for that. But because I'm not doing this as a job, like I'm not earning anything with drawing, I just want to make it as low effort as possible, just so I do not give up on it. Because the moment it becomes a chore, I don't think I will like drawing. Two games. Oh my gosh, Roblox just lost files. Did you say a single-player horror game? You are definitely in the right place, because you gotta pitch this to Nana. Like I'm somebody, I love horror games. Horror games are the absolute best, but you will never catch me playing them myself because I am just a wuss, you know? I can't handle it. Like my heart would give out live on stream, but Nana can do it. On the collab is how you found me? Wait, which one was it? Which one did you participate in too? There were a couple ones that I did. I didn't do too many, but I think there was one where I drew a girl on like a lily pond, and one that was actually a My Little Pony collaboration when I didn't know anything about My Little Pony. So that was something. For the eyes, I do want to add some more stuff in there. I kind of want to try this. I don't know if this is gonna work, as I barely... No, that's not gonna work. I barely use other brushes. But there's one that I used. Let me look. So I pretty much only used like two brushes, like an airbrush and a painterly brush. But for this I want to try something else. I don't know if this is gonna add anything meaningful, but maybe just a bit of texture. I really need to look at how I used to draw eyes and color them in. No way! That would be so cool to have our own skins. We're gonna make this happen. Please include a lot of jump scares for Nana, okay? Nana, that's so sweet of you. Oh my gosh. Because I always felt like with collaborations, when you were put into that big pile of everyone who participated, it's always like, gosh, there are so many skilled people here. What am I doing? It's always, it's inspirational. It also makes me like, oh my gosh, I want all of these people's art styles. Okay, this is way too glowy. Maybe we can edit a little bit. There was this, yeah, there is one like texture brush that I used to sometimes try out. I think it was this one. Oh my gosh. Let me see. Yes, there we go. That's what I wanted. I don't know if you guys like it, but I think it adds something. I shouldn't go overboard with it. Just a little bit. Nice. So the eye still needs to be a little bit darker up top. Nana, now you have to. Please. Let's do a a Team Rocket collab. There will also be an art competition. Count me in. It sounds like the project that you are making is already like so well thought out. Do you have any like pieces of it online? Anything that showcases the game? Because I would love to learn more about this. Okay, so the collaboration that we're gonna do, Nana, it's gonna be why Team Rocket is the best. And it definitely will not be Team Rocket versus Team Plasma, okay? No. I was actually thinking of, as an inside joke, just banning the word Plasma or Team Plasma, but I was like, no, they will find ways around it, and there's no way I can keep up with that. So, you know, I might still do it. See, that's what I mean. Like, I don't know if I ban Plasma, will it ban Plasma? Well, that's a really good, like, order of things. Like, you have the whole story probably in your head, the entire gameplay. Like, you have everything planned before you can get to make it. Which means that it will be well thought out when you get to it. And the passion that you have for the project, that will carry you to success. Because the longer you want to make something like this and make it happen, the more effort you're gonna put into it. So, I know school is a chore when you have creative work to do. But once you get to it, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I always love that you can just immediately recognize Animal Crossing music. Am I on the second playlist yet? No, damn. This is a long one. I was like, oh, I need something in the background for when I'm doing an art stream, and I only have like 6 songs for my regular gaming streams because they were only for the intro. So I just put 2 playlists in Google Music. It's been going for a while. It's doing its job. I like the blue eye a lot better than the green one. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the depth. I don't know if you guys have any insight. I feel like something is just not working out for the green one. This one, well, that looks fine. Oh my gosh, now I have to go over the highlights because I already flattened the layers. It's okay, it's okay. We can make it work. That sounds like fun. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for you to one day get to making this. It sounds like such an exciting project. Like I have always had, like, this is also years and years and years ago, I had one dream, and ever since I had that dream, I was like, I need to turn this into like a story or a book or anything. But I just haven't been able to find the perfect medium for it yet because I'm not a great writer. I cannot make games, so I'm like, what works? Because it's pretty much a horror story. Because it was pretty much a nightmare, let's be honest. But I was like, what works for this? I still have not figured it out. So to hear you speak of exactly like what you want to do and you have it all like envisioned, that just means that it's gonna work out for you. I believe. Oh, that would be very much appreciated. I'm still working on it. Like I tried to write out the story a while ago, but I just it's like, of course, like I'm gonna try to write it in English, but it sounds so bad. It sounds so bad. It sounds boring. So I was like, maybe it works better as like a visual medium, but I'm still undecided. Or Nana can be my ghostwriter. So actually my like most boring OC came from that story. Like the one with the white hair and the sailor outfit is from that one dream that I had, that I've been working out little by little. Well, okay, if you have Discord, you can add me. Like it's just my same username. I'd love to talk to you about this. So I can hear more about your project. Because if it ever comes out or you're working on it, I would love to do some fan art for it as well. Oh my god, that just does not look okay. Let's see how we're gonna do this without being too much. We may actually be finishing this today, I don't know. I've been going for a while. It's not looking too bad. It's only... I feel like the face is not balanced right. And also, of course, I did not work on the outfit at all yet. Is it the mouth? Is that it? Wait, no. Is that it? That may be it. Let me see if I can fix this. I do not know where it is, but let's see if we can. Oh my gosh, if we can do this. I barely ever use this, so. Or a little bit of a smirk back. Just need to place it a little differently. That's definitely it. That's so it. And also, let's see if we can move the chin a little bit too. This is plastic surgery core, and we have to do it. This is the problem with only having one layer. I think that's better. The only thing that's kind of throwing me off is this area right here. Like, why does that look weird? I think it's because there's no outline to it. Oh, you don't have a Discord? I understand though. Like, I have not noticed anything yet about the new rules for Discord, but it's a pain, it's a pain. So I get why you're not able to go on there. Well, we'll find a way, we'll find a way. Yes, you can. Because I'm usually a bat, right? You can just hang me upside down in a corner in the lobby. I'll just lurk over it. Oh no, do you have any other socials? Because I do not have anything else at the moment, but I will be willing to look into it to stay in contact, you know. I've been wondering about it. Like, I know Nana is on Tumblr. How was that experience? Do you still like it? Because I'm looking for something else to add. Because I only have YouTube, and I'm already starting to kind of see the limitations of being able to like post stuff that's not just videos. You still like it? That's good. Because I feel like if you give me any platform with freedom, I will just post and repost way too much. Way too much. Like, I already have trouble keeping my like community tidy, you know? Like, I keep having to get rid of all of my community messages, because every time I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot consistently post right now. I feel like I need to let everybody know. And I've already learned to not really post like stream schedules, because I can never keep myself to it anyway. But for now, I think that these 2 days are gonna be pretty consistent, like Tuesdays and Fridays, and also it does not mess with Nani and Buani and Giddy, which I also really like, because I also just want to watch people stream. That sounds great! I don't know how I got here, but it's comfy. That's me. As long as it's comfy, I'm gonna stay there until the end of times. The hair is getting there too. It's not looking too bad. There's still some depth missing to it though. This should hopefully work. Oh my gosh. It looks so messy. Yeah, I've always had so much respect for people who are actually able to create games. Like, oh my gosh, this is also like so long ago. I used to mess with one of those visual novel creators, but I was already overwhelmed because you can add so many choices to them. Like, I would lose track of this entire story. Oh, goodbye, Nani. Thank you so much for being here for so long. Thank you so much. Also for all the advice that you gave me. I'll see you in the next one. And AK, that sounds so cool. I would love to make some art for the game, especially like if you have any characters or anything finished. I am so there for it. Like, I do not... Let me see. I do not ever ask for money for art, because for me it's just a hobby, you know? So, if you have anything that you would like to see drawn, as long as it's not too difficult, or if it's, you know, a background, you gotta ask Nana, but... but for me, I would be so down for it. Thank you for the makeup recommendations. You are so welcome. It's so random, but I hope it helps you. I should have been. I should still consider that makeup channel just so I can recommend you things to buy. I always keep throwing things at Nana, especially games. Like, Have you heard of this? Or you should play this? Or you would like this? The poor thing. You already have all the characters. I really need to find a platform so we can maybe talk about stuff like that. Or what I could do, I will take a look. Cause do you have anything other than Instagram? Cause before I started this channel, I used to post on Instagram, but I wasn't too happy with the app and the way that you know, the changes that were being made. Oh my gosh, my pencil is dying. That may be maybe telling me I've been here for a long time, huh? But yeah, so I deleted my Instagram and instead went to YouTube. So this channel is my first time trying to make videos, because usually I would also just post art on Instagram. Oh, instant messenger? I will have to. Can you get? I do not know. I know Nana is on Tumblr. I do not know anything about that anymore. Like, are there DMs? And would you be allowed to make an account there? Otherwise, what I could do is open up my community on YouTube so that you can also do your own posts on the community. And the unfortunate thing is that would be public, but that would maybe be a way for you to share some information about your game, and feel free to use that space to talk to people about it. Because aside from YouTube and Discord, I currently do not have anything else, because I also really do not like a lot of the platforms that are out there right now. But it also makes it difficult to keep in touch with people who are not allowed to or who do not want to use those specific platforms. Oh, that would be good too. Hope your friend does not feel like a messenger owl doing that, but yeah, maybe that would be the easiest. Oh my gosh, my Apple Pencil just gave a message. It says 20%, and when I started it was fully charged. So it's dying on me, but I think it's okay. I think that we are doing really well with this drawing. Like, we are almost finished. And again, if you see anything that's weird about it, please let me know, because I am sometimes just blind to mistakes or things that are unfinished or that look weird. Oh, do you have an OC that you would like to have drawn? Ooh. Well, the thing is, right? A request can always be made. I will be a little busy with the Orilium drawings for a little while, because I got 5 characters. And I don't know if I will put the same amount of effort into every single one of them, or if I will be quicker about it. But yeah, I'm gonna have to draw 4 more characters after this, and maybe after that I can make you guys a little gift. How's that sounding? Because when it comes to drawing, like, I just draw to make people gifts. That's what I like to do. Like you said, like supporting people. That's my jam too. Like, as much as I like streaming, I also really like watching all of my streamer buddies. Like Nana, she streams a lot. If you get into Nana's streams, you will also find out about Buani, you will find out about Gideon. There are so many amazing and skilled streamers out there that deserve a fun audience. And I hope we can be that for them, you know? Shoulder blade? Yeah, no. Those would not be visible. Oh, you're drawing in Roblox? I have never actually seen how that works, but if that's just with a mouse, that sounds challenging, right? Is it tough? I love seeing people make like speed paints of what they did in Roblox. It's amazing to me. Something about this large clump of hair is just not defined enough. It's looking more like it. Also, I never fixed the eyebrow. Oh, it's more animation. Oh, yeah, that's really something that needs studying. Yeah, I have always admired people who are able to animate. Like Bonnie, especially, she is amazing at animation. But I just do not have the eyes for it. Like you need to have like a certain eye for it that understands how it works. So I get it. It's a challenge, but once you get it, you get it. And as I said, like with the amount of passion and like interest in you guys' projects that you have, that's all gonna work out. Like you're putting in the work. I can feel that. Oh my gosh, yes, we can. We can be the annoying. The annoying characters in the lobby that do not shut up. I would want to be that, okay? No, I would be so down to help you with your project in any way possible. Just know that. What happened here? Do you see that? Is it visible for you? There's just a little worm. That's a single paint stroke that somehow got in there. Oh no, what was I doing? Oh. But it's not visible, right? It's not too visible at least. FPE, I am afraid I do not know what that stands for. No, I'm sorry. Could you explain it for me? Because like when it comes to Roblox and stuff like that, I have not touched any of it, so I don't know too much about it. I just know that people draw in it, and I know Dress to Impress, and that's about it. I'm really not too knowledgeable about it. Yeah, the clothing needs to be a little bit less flat. Let's try to add some dimension to it. Anyways, I used to do self shading a lot, but it does not work for this art style. The self shading is like the hard shadows. And for this, I need to make them a little bit softer. Fundamental paper education. Cathy. Oh my gosh, I have a lot to look up by here. I do not know any of that. I'm so sorry. I will look it up after stream, okay? To see what that is. Basics in behavior. I've never come across that. For the clothing, I think this is about as good as it's gonna get. Aside from backgrounds, I really do not love drawing clothes. I'll try to add a little bit more dimension to it, so it doesn't look too flat. Also some shadows. Yeah, I think you know a lot more about that than I do. I barely know a thing. Like, Roblox just completely went past me, so I have never opened it, played it, done anything with it. So the only thing that I know about it is from what I've seen in like YouTube shorts and what I've seen other people play, and that's mostly been Dress to Impress or like the Squid Games stuff. I also know Doors is a thing. This is really the limit of my knowledge. That's really bad. What kind of things do you play on Roblox? Because I know that there are just an infinite amount of things that you can do on there. So what do you like? That's too much shadow. Okay, rein it in. Oh. Repeat what? Now I'm lost on what you're lost on. Oh no. I said that the shadows were a little too much on the clothing, so that I would rein it in. Try to make them look less fake. There we go. I really do not enjoy rendering clothing. Could you tell? But we're getting there, we're getting there. Yeah, no problem. I'm sorry if it's sometimes difficult to get what I'm saying. I'm also not a native speaker, so I'm trying. But just let me know if you ever, you know, not get what I'm saying. Because sometimes I don't even get what I'm saying. That's fine. Just... Now it's the shoulder. This needs a little bit more work. Oh my gosh, we're almost done. Oh, I have as long as my battery holds on, right? Can I see it here? No, I can't. Yeah, I think we're about done. Because it's just a portrait, so I don't need to add much more than this. Yeah, battery matters. Yeah, I can't be... Unfortunately, I can't just sit here and be like, you know what? We will just watch my Apple Pencil charge for 2 hours so we can continue. It's at 18%. No. It's been working hard though. It's been suffering. It's like I've not had to work this hard for months. So it's getting tired. That's okay, because we're almost done with this, I think. The only thing that we can add to this is some more strands of hair. Oh, my cat is getting annoyed again. It's not getting attention. And just a little bit of an outline to the hair. Also, the eyebrow is still messed up. I do need to fix that before I go and call it for today. Oh no, don't worry. So I think that with the amount of work that needs to be done on this, that'll be done in like 15 minutes or so. So we can add the last finishing touches. Put on the effects. See how it looks. And maybe off stream I can, make some final edits to this. That are the boring parts. Although I don't know how exciting it is to look at somebody draw in real time. I usually watch speed paints, but I hope this has been a little fun for you too. And yeah, I think that with just the last couple of effects, this is gonna look as good as it is going to. If you leave because it's your phone dying, oh please don't let your phone pass out because of me, okay? That would be bad. But I get it. It happens. And it's a good thing you say that, because it means that if you leave, it's not because you're mad at me. I really do like how the eye effect turned out. I'm really happy with that. It's such a shame that when I am, recording this, your screen looks much darker than the art really is. But when it's finished, I will definitely post like a speed paint, and I will also post it on the community. So you will see it with the real colors I've been working on. Oh my gosh, I was planning on asking Nana about that, because I was watching her stream last night and she was like, episode 8 is coming out, and I was like, episode 8 of what? But is that from the abbreviation? Is that like the digital circus thing? That I also still know nothing about? Because then that's something I also need to do some research on and see what the hype is about. I heard so many people talk about it. And I'm like, what? What did I miss? What is it? It is? I got it right? I only know the digital circus part though, so I don't know the full name. Oh, it's the final episode. Oh, that's why everyone's so excited. So what kind of show is it? On which platform is it? Because I know nothing about it. Like, some things just completely pass me by. And also, I don't know if you have the same feeling, but whenever I draw elf characters, I just really want to give them earrings. Like, they have so much ear space! But no, we cannot. We shall not. I think this is actually like... these are the finishing touches. Like, after I fix that darn eyebrow, I will do my double filter that I like to use, and that should give us a pretty good idea of what this will look like. Like in my own time, I'll try to see if I can get some kind of a background on here, just a single color or something, or if I'm just gonna keep it white. Oh, that's very dark. Okay, that's very dark. In the image, it's also like almost a black eyebrow. Also, this was supposed to be a cozy playlist. Oh, what is this battle music? It's upping the tension. Oh, it's a silly adventure, which is a psychological horror as people are stuck in an AI game. You got me at horror. As I said, that's my favorite genre. I will be looking into it. Like, I will make that a priority. Oh, do I watch anime? Not a lot, to be honest. Like, the last thing that I watched was Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. I still have not seen any of the new stuff. But I used to be really big on it. Like, I love anime like Naruto, Bleach. Death Note is one of my favorites. Attack on Titan, stuff like that. I really enjoyed those. But I'm not really like somebody who like watches every season or who knows a lot about about what different like animes are coming out. I don't know a lot. Also, Tokyo Ghoul is one of the greatest. I love that one so much. The music, especially, it's so good. There's another viewer coming in. Oh no, it's we're nearing the end. That's so sad. They're so welcome, but I hope it's not disappointing that we're almost ending the stream. What kind of anime do you watch? Now I'm curious too. Like, is there anything you would recommend to me? What am I missing out on? Because I'm learning that I'm missing out on a lot of things. At least she gets to see the product. Yes. She was not here for the initial sketch. I can show you the time-lapse replay so we can see everything that we have done today. Oh my gosh, I should have seen from the beginning that the mouth was so crooked. This time-lapse is so long. Let me speed it up a bit. Sketchy, sketchy, sketchy. All the color blocking and all of the rendering. I mean, for 3.5 hours, I think that's pretty decent. The link to the stream, there should be an arrow somewhere, maybe below the video. That should say share, and it gives a link to give to somebody. Oh, my kitty. They're getting so annoyed with me. So I will do my final touches. This is what I always do at the end of a drawing, and it's like 2 different filters that I throw over my art. So the first one I use is this noise one. Let me just try to find like the perfect amount. So it's probably not even like visible. Oh my gosh, it should not be on this layer. That's for sure. That's what makes it look so weird. So I usually use around 5%. It may not show up too well for you, but it gives the drawing just a little bit of texture to it. And the second one is chromatic aberration, and this gives it that little 3D effect around the edges. And people love or hate this. I love it. I think it just adds something a little bit more to the drawing. Let's see. That's not too bad. Not even with all my messy painting. It's not too far from where it should be. Let me clean it up a little bit. So this is the transparent background. So if this person I'm making the request for wants to use it, it's more beneficial to have it with a transparent background. So you can place any background that you want behind it. So I'm gonna make sure that it's a little bit cleaner than what I did. Hello! Oh, can I call you Coffee? Is that fine? Welcome in. I was saying that that we're almost at the end of the stream. Like I'm pretty much done with this right now. I'm pretty much finished. I just added the last layers. So I'm sorry. Yes, it's Coffee. I like that. That's such a cute name. Welcome in, welcome in. Are you the friend from the project? Invited in the last 5 minutes of the party. Well, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for being here. Oh my gosh, my pencil. My Apple Pencil is at 10% right now. Like we really drained all of my devices. My pencil is dying. I don't know if you can see it. Is it visible? It is. My tablet is also at 14%. It's really bad. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But we are done with this drawing. As you can see, the character in the bottom right is the one that we drew. It's a fellow artist. Yes, from the project. I heard a lot about what you guys were working on. It sounds so interesting. You like it? I'm so glad. Like I said, unfortunately, there is some kind of weird thing going on with how it's visible on stream. It looks a lot darker. Because for me, the background right now is white, but for you, it's gray. So all of the colors look a little bit darker than how they should be. I will try to fix that for the next stream. But for now, this is unfortunately what we had to deal with. But I hope you guys like it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Like I said, I will be making a speed paint of this so you can see the entire process, but I can also just give you guys a little idea again of everything that we did today, which was a lot of hair rendering. We did a lot. We were very productive. We did this in 3.5 hours, of which, you know, I'm not mad. This is a lot of work for 3.5 hours. So, although I wanted to finish a couple more, I'm glad we got to do this one. So this was request 1 out of 5. 1 out of 5 for Orilium. Oh, there's so much work to do. If I could only show you guys, I can't unfortunately, but the references for the other ones, all of them are so pretty. So I can't wait to get to them. And Coffee, we were talking about, you know, sending references of characters. Feel free to add me on Discord. It's the same username, it's just Memento Marin. Feel free to add me if you have any characters that you would like a drawing of. You can always send them to me and I would love to see your art as well. You think it's a 10 out of 10? I'm so glad. Thank you. I like how it turned out too, but the reference was what what just inspired me so much. Like this design, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And there's so many more to come. I hope that the the person who requested this is happy with it as well. I will send it to them first, and then I will also get us the finished piece on the community. Like we were talking about it, right? Like supporting people and, you know, being in people's streams, drawing for people. That's it. That's what we're doing here. So if you want to, you don't have to, but if you want to, you can always send it to me on Discord, and I'll be happy to see your art, and also if there's anything I can draw for you. So yeah. So for the rest of the streams, like it's your guys' first time here. Like I said, I'm usually somebody who plays games, you know, with a VTuber model and everything. If you want to join those two, those are usually gonna be on Tuesday. I will try to do another art stream at the end of next week. You'll try getting Discord? Yes! Oh, I hope you're allowed to. That would make it a lot easier. Like I said, otherwise I'll just open up my community so you can make some posts in there if you want to. You're so sneaky. Don't worry, I won't be telling your parents. I hope that'll be okay. Don't get in trouble. That's the most important thing. Like, do not do anything that will get you in trouble. But yeah, like I said, your guys' project, it sounds so interesting. I would love to hear more about it. Yeah, let me know. Maybe if you know, figure it out. If you're not allowed to, you can also just comment on the stream later, and so we can figure something else out. I mean, yes, and if they ask me, I will 100% corroborate that story. I will lie for you, okay? This is we can only only accept this so many times, but for this time, a lie is okay. A lie is okay. So yeah, just let me know, and if you're not allowed to, or if you know you're not able to get Discord, just send me a message on YouTube, either in like a community post or under this stream, and we'll figure something out, because you know I need to see what you're working on, what the project is, and if I can do anything for it. I need my place in the lobby. I mean, for it's not too serious, but for the chat rules, if you look in the description, I do not allow like age talk, just to protect everybody. So just for you guys to be safe, to just not mention your age. Also, I do not mention mine. It's just to protect everybody. I'm glad you understand. I just don't want any people getting in trouble. But yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And I hope you're able to get Discord. But like I said, if it's not safe for you to do that, or if you're not allowed to do that, like don't stress it too much. We will find a way. We will. It will happen. But yeah, for now, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to say goodbye. Thank you guys so much for being here. It was so much fun. Coffee, even though it was only for like 5 minutes. Thank you so much for being here. And I hope that I can get to see what you guys are creating. And I hope to see you in the next one. So have a great day. Bye bye. Bye bye.